Hi everyone, Jacqueline here. So in this video, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to dig everything out of this bed, and I am going to do some major planting of all Monardo, and then I'm going to run the new Dianthias that I purchased on sale along the front edge for complementary colors. So the plan here is to dig this all out, get everything out, throw it into my trusty wagon over here, and then plant this stuff in. Now, it is super windy here right now, you guys. We got some major storms coming in, and so I'm going to get moving on this and try to get this done so I can show you the finished project. Also, I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to put it on at the end of this. I got some footage of a tiny little green hummingbird going to each and every zinnia. He was sure hungry and feeding all of them. So I'm going to add it on to the end of this video, so stay tuned. Appreciate it if you'd watch this video all the way through if you can, if you have the time, and check out the little hummer and how hard he's working. And yeah, so let's get started, because it's going to take me a bit to dig these out, and there's some weed in here I got to get out too. So I need to find my trusty container for that, but I can use this pot over here for throwing my weeds into. All right, and this bed's going to be changed as well, because this area here is where I plan on putting all my raised beds and redoing this. So, but first I need a shock of color over here, because this shed needs something besides new plywood and a new paint coat and everything, but it needs some color. And this is just chaotic, this bed. I am guilty. I have not paid enough attention to it, so this will resolve that issue, and it should be quite pretty when it's done. The Monardo here has a lot of color on it still, and the Dianthias is still in bloom with some colors, so they should complement each other nice. So be prepared. There could be some wind noise on this as I work through this, and wish me luck getting this done before it storms. The storm is between Moose Jaw and Regina, I guess, and I guess there's storms all over the map coming up from the US our way. So all right, I'm going to get at it, and first thing I'm going to do is dig all this stuff out and get this post out. All the plants are out. I've got them in the wagon. Thank goodness the ground has been watered and it's super soft, easy to get out. Now I'm going to get rid of all these weeds so I have a clean surface to work with. My sedum over there has been spreading into this bed, so I'm going to cut that back as well. And the bees are going hard on the Monardo over there already, so they will be super happy to see me get them planted. So they have them to come back so they have them to feast on this year, and the bees will come back to them next year. All right, I'm gonna get these. All right, I worked as fast as I could to get that out, cleaned it up. I'm going to get my pruners in here. I have, if you can see this right here, there's a tree shoot, a big root there. I have my pruners and cut that. And but for the most part, the soil's nice and moist, and it's perfect for planting. And that, I'll just show you what the sky is looking like. It's very hazy there and super windy, but if I show you through the cracks in the trees, you can see that there's thunderheads starting to come in. So that's why I'm trying to get these done so fast and that. But you know, you guys, it already looks a lot better once I get the edging and stuff done and get rid of these landscape ties and stuff. It might be really pretty over here, especially with the Monardo in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place them. I'm going to start with putting the edging in, the Dianthias in this edge. So I'm going to go like this and dig them in first, I think. Space them, eyeball them apart, and get them in. So they're going to go along the edge there, so that when you look at the shed, you'll see a shot of color, and then I'll put the Monardo in behind it. All right, I'm going to dig these in now, and this is the Dianthias Kiss and Tell Pretty Popper series in pinks, and this is good to, oh, not good news, zone 4 to 9, so it will need winter coverage from me. So we're going to push it though with these on the zoning and see how they do over here. they will get a lot of snow cover here. All right, anyhow, all right, so I have the dianthus planted and they're looking good here. The next is I've got a trench going here, and I'm just going to do trenches all the way along and shove 3 in a row, and then at the end there'll be 1 extra because I do have 10. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put the next 3 in here and try to even them out as much as I can. And we're working against the weather right now. And you can see all the stuff I've taken out that I'm going to put in my yard waste bin and recycle, those kind of things. So, and while I'm doing this, I'm cutting any mildew off of these plants because there was a bit of mildew on them. You can see, like, if we look like right here, these. So you can also pick the leaves off real fast too if you don't want to butcher the plant quite so much, and just take those mildew leaves off like that. And then you can preserve the flowers for the bees and the hummingbirds. All right, so the first row of the bee balm or Monardo is in, and you can see I need to trim the dianthus back. So I'm just going to come through here and I'm going to clip all the spent flowers so we can get some more blooms before freeze up for sure, because we've got quite a ways to go. And then these new buds here got a chance to grow because the energy will go to them. And this one's hard for me. Oh shoot, I'll just pick that with my finger. That was on the same stem, so that wasn't quite so easy. All right, don't they look better when they're cleaned up? And I'm going to pick up those little pieces, and then I'm going to dig the next. I'm doing trenches and put another 3 of the Monardo in, and I will pinch all the mildew and stuff off them as I go. Like I said, you can see here some of it right there, and just take those leaves off, or anything that looks kind of like crusty, right? Like that's crusty. Rather than the energy go to keep those leaves alive. And you see that one right there. See, there's a lot of stuff. Keep it nice and clean. Any roots or anything that I run into. All right. Okay, let's put the next row in. Looking good. I think I need to do more mass plantings like this for effect in the garden. But, you know, I plant based on budget and time, and sometimes I just want to allow the plants to grow to their full potential rather than buy a whole bunch and put them in. It all depends. If I get a deal, then I'll do mass plantings. I mean, that does play a part. I'm all about, you know, being careful when I buy plants, because I can go overboard, and they're super expensive now, especially after the past couple of years. So yeah, I still try to stay within the budget and still make things beautiful, and divide is the way to go about some of these plants, is split them. All right, you guys, so I have them all in. Doesn't it look beautiful? I mean, wow, it looked like I actually did some organized planting. Just because I had enough plants to do it, and it looks gorgeous. I've blown it all off with my cheap little blower, and I'm going to move this bunch over to the front to the back steps here, and I'm going to water everything in good, because there's no way I'm going to get these planted before the storm hits, because it's getting closer. So I'm going to give them a good soak, and they should be good. But all in all, this was a successful planting project that I got done in a super timely manner, because I had good soil to work with, and that makes a huge difference for gardeners, because you spend a lot of time digging. So if you can easily dig and get these plants in, you can motor doing your plantings. So what I did is I have 4 of the dianthus kiss and tell in the front, then I have 3 rows of 3s of the Monardo, and then I put 1 at the back here, you'll see. So the bees will be happy. They can enjoy this. We've watered them in as well. And with the rain, it's perfect timing for these plants. They'll get some more water, and they should be in good shape. Now I just noticed this one plant. I think it's just, I think it just needs a little more packed down there, because it motored pretty fast. There, that's better. Get my hands in the mud now. Oh, yeah. Oh, tripping over that sprinkler head. All right, so that's it, you guys. It was a fast video, and things are looking really good. And just gonna clean this all up really good, the edge, and we're good to go. So, thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I apologize for the wind, but we're gonna get potentially a bad storm. We'll see. As long as I don't get no hail and everything gets a good soaking, I'm a happy camper. And we'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, like and subscribe. Send me some comments. Love to hear from you. And you know, my goal is, of course, to get to 1,000 subscribers. And it's not, for me, it's to keep my hobby going and to keep me motivated to keep planting. Because, I mean, this isn't my job. This is my hobby. And that, at this point in my life, I work full time. And this is what I do for pleasure and enjoyment. All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks. Hey guys, so this is the additional footage I was talking about that I wanted you to see, and please excuse the bird tape in front of the window, but it's to protect that little Hummer from hitting our big picture window and bedroom windows in the front of the house. But anyhow, I just happened to be on a break and was watching a bit of TV and having a bit of a coffee, and I happened to spot this guy in the zinnias outside of my living room window, and he was just so busy stocking up on nectar for his long journey that's ahead of him. And so I couldn't help myself. I grabbed my camera and started videoing him, and I had to mute the sound because I had the TV and everything blaring. So I'm going to add this information here for you so you can enjoy it too. But he was going hard, and I had a heck of a time keeping up to him with the camera because he was just all over the place. So you're going to see some of that tape in there, and you're going to see some of the seams in the window panes as he moves around, and I'm trying to catch him. But he was so cute. This is what gardening's all about, you guys, is nature and the birds and the pollinators and the colors and just living the life and enjoying those simple things that we have. And this little guy to me is exactly that. I just love watching them.